What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to take a look at what could bring players back to 2042. There has been a lot of ideas floating around out there, especially one that dropped on Twitter the other day that I thought was pretty interesting. And I thought, hey, let's do a video and talk about that. And we can also drop our own ideas on top of it. So I've got actually 5 things that I would like to add to this big idea that could potentially bring players back to 2042. Now, look, I'm still enjoying the game, but I'm easily pleased. I've been playing Battlefield since Bad Company 2, and then with every iteration of the game, to me, it's just a new version. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, but like pizza, it's always good. And yes, I like pineapple, so that might be the problem. But again, this is just me. I know players expected a lot more when they spend their hard-earned money, and most, if not all, were let down in one form or another with this version of the game. And rightly so. Now, as I said before, I've been playing since Bad Company 2, but the one thing about this game that keeps me coming back is the whole 128-player massive maps and things like that, and also the fact that it's cross-platform play. That really helps out a lot. And to me, right now, there's not another game quite like it. And that's kind of funny because this is probably one of the worst launches for Battlefield in recent memory, but yet this is still better than a lot of first-person shooters, for me anyway. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Battle Royale. Maybe you are, but I still like large maps with vehicle and infantry and things like that, and I love that chaos. Could this game be a lot better? Oh God, yeah. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What will bring players back to Battlefield 2042? Now, I know the title of the video is, will this bring players back to Battlefield 2042? And that's due to one of the members of the Battlefield community putting out a tweet and giving an example of what they think should be done. And I kind of wanted to build on top of that, maybe not necessarily go that direction, but so I wanted to add my thoughts to it and what I think. And I also want to hear from you guys what you think would bring players back to the game. But first, here's a little context for you, for those of you who don't know what's going on, you're new to the game, or you're thinking about picking up the game, or you're just sitting on the sidelines watching the mayhem ensue. For weeks now, it's been reported that players have been leaving Battlefield 2042 behind for greener pastures. However, I've only seen a few instances where bots were in the game to keep a match full. That's right, if you didn't know, Battlefield 2042 offers bots to take the place of a real player when the servers are not full. So they kind of backfill the server with bots as a placeholder for real players. Now keep in mind, I have cross-platform turned on, and I'm taking full advantage of all the players in the pool. But who knows how long this will last, especially with the shortage of content and Season 1 being pushed back to this summer. So would this bring players back? Blackfire put out a tweet the other day showcasing just an example of how classes could be implemented in Battlefield 2042, separating weapons and gadgets into specific classes. Now, Flack wasn't trying to say this was the way it should be, but it was a roadmap, or at least an excellent conversation starter. Now, at the bottom, he says, add additional Battlefield 3 weapons from Portal, defibs allow team revives, choose one gadget, grenade from each slot. This was thrown together in 5 minutes to showcase the structure. Don't murder me. Yeah, don't do that, Kevin. Now, if we were just adding classes back into the game, I would say no. But if you're adding content like Battlefield 3 weapons and gadgets, then maybe. Personally, I'm not a fan of locking weapons and gadgets behind the class wall, but if it would make the community happy, then I'm on board. However, I would still like to see all weapons be available, or at least how they did it in Battlefield 4, if you remember that. I mean, again, not all weapons were available for Battlefield 4. I mean, there were certain bolt-action rifles that were only available to the Recon class, and Engineer, I think, had access to only the carbines. But you get what I'm saying. If you want to be a Recon or run around with a shotgun, you could do it. So would this bring players back to Battlefield 2042? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, while you're there, click the like button for me. It would really help out the channel, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Now, what else could be done that would help bring players back to the yard? So I think this is a great idea, but I think we can go a step further. So first and foremost, I want to make sure we've got to get this game's performance and bug issues resolved sooner rather than later. But that's a given, right? So expectations is not what we're talking about. These are things that we think right now we could change right this second, that maybe we could help the game. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a game doctor. I don't even play one on the stream. That's right. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We talk about things like this all the time. We play different games. We play Battlefield 2042. Who knows what we're going to play? But we always like to sit around and talk and shoot the breeze. Come by, hang out with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting around 1 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the channel. So with that said, here are a few other ideas I would like to see implemented into Battlefield Battlefield 2042. First and foremost, let's have 8-man squads. I don't know how difficult this would be to do and implement, but let's just do it. And I don't care. We can just keep 8-man squads across the board. 64-player maps, whatever. Just give us 8-man squads. I think it would be fun. I mean, if you only want to have 4-man squads, just lock it up. Don't, just lock your squad. Who cares? But I think it would be interesting to have these big 8-man squads. What do you guys think? Is that something you'd be interested in? Curious. Next, platoons. Again, not a game doctor, but man, the community in Battlefield has been so heavily reliant on platoons for so long. I know a lot of you guys that are new to the franchise, this is your first time playing Battlefield, you're probably going, what's the problem? Why is everybody upset about this? And actually, I do want to bring that up. If you are new to Battlefield, and this is your first time playing Battlefield at all, so Battlefield 2042 is your first one, what do you think about this game? And did you play a first-person shooter prior to this? And how does it compare to what you were playing? I want to know what you guys think of the game right now. Where do you think it should be? Where do you think it's going? How do you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, platoons are an essential part of Battlefield. They've been a part of Battlefield for a long time, at least as long as I can remember, for over 10 years now. Platoons, in a nutshell, really help grow the game, and it helps educate and onboard players into what Battlefield is all about. That's really what it is. If you have a mic and you like to meet new people and talk to people, platoons are a fantastic way to do that, especially in Battlefield. And why they were never implemented into Battlefield 2042 is really astonishing. It really is a punch in the gut to a lot of Battlefielders. Next, let's bring in all the maps from Portal. I think that all maps in Portal should be available in the main game now. You're pushing back content for at least till May, June? We don't know. You need to start pushing out some content. Give us all the maps in Portal. Just start dropping them at once every couple of weeks. Drop another map from there. Hey, here's this map. Here's this map. We're putting this in the main game. Something has to happen, including go ahead and start dropping all of the weapons, not just the Battlefield 3 weapons, all of the weapons. I think this would be a fun thing. I think that there should be some older weapons in there, and just bring everything to the table. Let the players figure out how they want to do it, but we need more maps and we need the weapons. Next, we need infantry-focused game modes like Team Deathmatch, Domination, whatever else you got. We need those. They need to be in the main game. Don't remove those. Keep them there. Always, 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 and forever. There are people who play Battlefield for many years who only play Team Deathmatch, and you removed it from the game. Again, if you're new to the game, you're trying to figure out why people are upset. This is one of them. Look, man, I love Battlefield to death, but the one thing that I really enjoy about first-person shooters itself is I'm always wanting new maps and new modes, because I want to try out different game modes. I like to explore. I like to change up the play style a little bit, but I'm always looking for new maps and new modes. Those are my two main things, and right now, 2042 doesn't have it. You have to go to Portal, and if you go to Portal, then you're kind of lack for XP. But we need those infantry-focused game modes bad, sorely. We've got to have those. I think that alone would probably bring a few players back, but still, I think the combination of all of these things would really help out and really help drive home that Battlefield is listening to the community. So far, they've put out some information saying that they want to have a feedback loop and listening to the community, but there's really no information on that, so who knows? Last but not least, Battlefield 2042 just needs a kick in the face. What I mean by that is it needs to be dirtied up a little bit. Remember when I was saying that we needed to bring in all the weapons? And I mean, even the World War II weapons. Yeah, I think it would be funny to see somebody on the battlefield with a Lewis gun, I want to see that. I feel like there's some opportunities here. The way this game should look is it should look like everything is held together with duct tape and bubble gum. It needs to look like that. I still think that Battlefield 2042 should not look as pristine as it does. It's just mind-boggling. Look, I understand that these battles are the first time that they're probably taking place, but this is supposed to be an arcade fun first-person shooter. Infantry needs cover. After day one of being ran over by God knows what, people were getting frustrated. So we needed to do something to change up the style of the game. Immediately, you need to knock over some buildings on Kaleidoscope. I don't care that we can't knock them over, but when we go in, a building rubble should be everywhere. Things should be just jacked up. Vehicle carcasses should be all over the map for cover, because you don't leave them there when a vehicle blows up, unless you can figure out how to do that. If a tank goes down, then it stays there. Don't remove it. Leave it there for cover. That would be awesome. awesome. A plane crashes, leave it there. Don't remove it. Leave it a part of the map. It is now a fixed part of the map. But again, not a game doctor. Just I'm an idea guy. I'm just an idea guy. So yeah, we need to give the infantry more cover by making these places look like a freaking war zone. So there you go. That's my ideas. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Is there one that really stands out to you, or do you have any ideas? I'd love to hear them. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, bye for now.